What's up? This is Harry Wagner from Harry's Situations, and I'm down in Lake Elsinore at Suspension Direct. We're going to install their SDI E-CLIK system on my Jeep. I've got my friend Colby here. Tell us a little bit about these products.
Yeah, so what we have here is our SDI Elite reservoir kit. It's going to take your standard reservoir shock and turn it into a semi-active electronically controlled shock. So you're going to get our ECU, our IMU, 4 remote reservoirs, and then electronically controlled valve to control your compression.
Awesome. And Colby and I were talking prior to this. I brought some seal kits for my King shocks, new hoses, some adapters, so that we can retrofit these reservoirs onto what I have. And I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and open these things up and see what it comes with.
All right.
In this box, we have our electronics package. So it's gonna, first of all, come with your instructions. Be sure to follow these to get this install done correctly. Here, we have our display screen.
And I've got to tell you, I was blown away by the quality of this. You know, for aftermarket components, it has an OE feel to it. The screen, just, you know, having a touch screen, the knurled knob, super high quality.
Yeah, we get a lot of compliments on that. The JL really does look like a OE part of the vehicle.
Yeah.
So we have our ECU, our IMU, some zip ties, and of our electronic wiring here. We have our HS button and the rest of our harnesses. So in this box, we have the reservoirs themselves. And obviously the instructions for the reservoirs. Be sure to follow these to get this install done correctly. So you're gonna get some stickers to put on your reservoirs. You got your reservoir caps and your pistons. All right, so we got everything unpacked. We got our instructions. I think we're ready to get to work. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
All righty.
All right, so we took the shocks off and we took the old reservoirs off. These new E-CLIK reservoirs are quite a bit bigger, larger diameter and bigger. Do these only come in one size?
No, so they do come in 2 different sizes, 6.5 and 8.5 inch. This application is the 8.5 inch. One thing I'd have to say is before you go out and buy hoses to make our reservoirs work for your system, maybe put it up to the car, mount it up, and get measurements of how long you think your hoses should be, what sizes. That is one thing that I wish we would have done before.
Yes.
But other than that,
Colby's being very nice. I basically got the wrong things. I got hoses that are -8, so it's a larger diameter, which you need to flow the oil for these. But I got the same length as the old ones, and unfortunately, the packaging's a little different. I think when I get home, I'll probably redo them. Such a nice suspension. I don't want to skimp. I'm going to mount them frame mounted and probably get new hoses made up again. Another issue we had were there were these little isolators to the old reservoirs. They're all broken in half. So when you're trying to get everything done in a day, you think you bring the stuff that you need. This is a universal kit, so we learned some things along the way today.
Yes, we definitely did. But it's all done, it's bled. One thing we also do recommend is using our shock oil with our reservoir. It just works a lot better with our valve, and that's available on our website.
Cool. And so we didn't really have to do too much as far as, we didn't change shim stacks. We didn't really need to rebuild the shocks. You just yarded off the old hoses and reservoirs and put the new ones on, right?
Yeah, that's really what we did. We did change the seals inside the shocks. Since we were in there, we went ahead and changed them. It was more of a preventative thing than a problem that we had seen. If you're taking apart your shocks, it might not be a bad thing.
Cheap insurance, you're already there.
Cheap insurance.
All right, well, I can't wait to get them on the vehicle. We've got some wiring to do, and we'll see how it works.
Sounds good.
Go!
All right, so we're back. Harry, what'd you think of the improvements that we did after driving it?
I thought it was great. So I've made some compromises to this Jeep on the road over the years in an effort to make it work better on the trail or be more compliant. And that's resulted in a lot of brake dive. I mean, it's soft, a lot of body roll. There's no front sway bar. Those were the big things to me that I was looking to improve upon. It's not a Raptor. It doesn't smash through the desert necessarily. I can see where increased compression so you don't blow through the travel would be really valuable for a higher speed truck. But for my application for the Jeep, I think it's a great upgrade. I think it really reduced the compromises that this thing makes as far as between the road and the trail.
That's awesome. I'm glad you really saw the improvements and liked them.
I'm really grateful to STI for this opportunity. I, am now a big believer in the product, and I'm sure all my friends have been really anxious to drive this. They want to know what it was like before and after. So now they'll have that opportunity. I think if you're a Jeep owner or a Tacoma owner or whatever vehicle, if you have something with remote reservoir shocks, this is your next upgrade. I'd start saving your money now and get this E-CLIK system.
Well, we really appreciate it. Thank you for coming down, making the trip. And we look forward to seeing you out on the trail.
Yeah, likewise.